Hey, welcome back to InfoGamer. In this lesson, I'd like to show you how to create a fill meter for things like health bars. Now, before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you can get updates when we publish new videos. So here I have my Season 1 project open inside of Unity, and the first thing that I'd like to do is demonstrate what a fill meter is. And so let's click play. Now, if you'd like to play our Season 1 project, we currently have a playable alpha up on our website, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But once I've connected to the Photon server, I'm going to click Launch, and this will load us into the multiplayer scene, in which you can see we have our spaceship, and around our spaceship we have this green circle, which is the in-game health bar for our spaceship. If I turn on my shields, you can see I also have this blue circle, which is getting smaller over time, and this is the health bar for our shield. And then up in the top right corner, I have these two linear health bars. One is green for the health of my spaceship, and one is blue for the health of my shields. Now this circle health bar around our spaceship is more meant for the other players so that they can see how much health our player has. And then the health bars in the top right corner are more meant for the local player so that they can see at all times how much shields they have and how much health they have. And so I've implemented these two types of health bars. I've implemented the traditional linear health bars that can be found in popular video games such as Street Fighter, or really any fighting game, League of Legends, Halo, Overwatch, and Diablo. And then I've implemented what's called a radial health bar, which is the circle around the outside of my spaceship. And this type of health bar is also implemented in popular video games such as Rainbow Six Siege, Red Dead Redemption 2, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Rocket League. Now, although I say health bar, this game mechanic of using fill meters doesn't always have to be used for the player's health. In the case of Zelda Breath of the Wild, they use a fill meter for Link's stamina. And in the case of Rocket League, they use a fill meter to display how much remaining boost a player has. Now in this tutorial, I want to show you how to create one of these fill meters, and I want to show you how to update it using code. And so if I were to fly my spaceship into one of these asteroids, you'll notice that the fill amount of my health bar changes. So now we're about 80% health. And now we have just a little tiny sliver of health. So the first thing I want to do is go over to my multiplayer scene, because that's where I have my linear health bars. So here you can see we have our two linear health bars, and since these are part of our screen space overlay canvas, there's only ever going to be one of them for our entire game. And so we're going to use these health bars to display the local player's health and shields. Now to create these health bars, I started out with the UI image, which is the dark gray outline around our health bars. I made this UI image the size that I wanted it to be, and then I changed its color to be that dark gray, and I changed its alpha down to about 80%. Then in order to create each health bar, I started out with the UI image. This one I've called shield bar, and I started with the anchor positions. For the minimums, I set the X to 0 and the Y to 0. For the maximum, I set the X to 0.5, and for the Y, I set it to 1. I then set the transform of this image to 5 in the left, 5 in the top, 2.5 in the right, and 5 in the bottom. That way our health bar won't go all the way to the edges of our parent, and we'll get that nice dark gray trim around the outside. Then in order to turn this image into a fill meter, you have to set the source image. And so I've set mine to just this plain white PNG. I then set the color to a light blue to represent my shields. And since we have our source image set, we're now able to set the image type. And you want to set it to filled. You can then set the filled method, and I've set mine to vertical because these bars are going up and down. If they were going horizontal, you could then set the fill method to horizontal. For the fill origin, I set it to the bottom so that these health bars fill from the bottom up. And then we have this slider called fill amount, and if we want to, we can manually set the fill amount of our new fill meter. But for me, I'm going to just leave it at 1 or 100%. To then create the green health bar, I just duplicated this object. I then set the anchor positions to 0.5 for the minimum x and 1 for the maximum x. I then changed the transform to 2.5 in the left and 5 in the right. So that's how you would create a linear fill meter. Now let's talk about how I created the radial health bars around my spaceship. For this, I'm going to need to drag in my player avatar object to my scene. And here you can see I now have my spaceship, and around my spaceship I have the green circle for its health bar. Now if I were to click on the green health bar, you can see that this is a UI image that belongs to a canvas. Now this canvas is a world space canvas with a width of 500 and a height of 500. And since this canvas is a child to our spaceship, I then centered this canvas on our spaceship by setting its position in the X to 0, its Y to 0, and its Z to about -0.15. I then rotated this canvas down by 90 degrees in the X axis, and I set its scale to 0.01 for the X, 0.01 for the Y, and just 1 for the Z. And just a reminder, this is a world space canvas. With this canvas created, I could then create a UI image object, which I've called health, and this image has a width of 400 and a height of 400. I then set the source image to this hollow circle. I then set the color to green so that it matches the other green health bar. The image type is still filled, but this time for the fill method, I'm using radial 360. You can then set the fill origin, and there's 4 different options for the fill origin. We then have our fill amount slider, and we can also determine whether we want it to go clockwise or counterclockwise. Then to create the radial health bar for my shields, I just duplicated my canvas and moved it onto my shield object. So in order to see this, I have to enable my shields. And there you can see I have this blue circle going around the outside of my shields. So now that I've showed you how to create these different types of fill meters, let's go over to our code so that I can show you how to update them. Now, in order to create this functionality where you can update your health bar or your fill meter, you're going to need 3 variables, which I have right here. The first one is a public int, which I've called max health, and I've set it equal to 100. The second one is a public int, which I've called current health, and I've also set this to 100. And the last one is a public image called health bar, and in order to access the image data type, you're going to need to include using unityengine.ui up at the top. Now for the first 2 variables, these could also be of type float, but for my player's health, I only want to be dealing with whole numbers. So once you have these variables created, there's only one line of code that you need in order to update your health bar. And that is this line of code right here. And so whenever you need to update the display of your health bar, you could just call or paste in this line of code. But to break down this line of code, we're first accessing our health bar variable, which is that image variable, and then we're accessing .fillAmount, which is that slider that we can manually set in the inspector. We then want to set the fill amount equal to our current health divided by our max health. And in order to get this to work, you have to cast each of these variables as floats. This will give us a decimal value or a percentage of how much current health we have related to how much max health we could have. And so if our max health is 100, but our current health is only at 50, then we're going to have 0.5 or 50% health. And so it's going to change that slider to 0.5 because that slider ranges from 0 to 1. And since 0.5 is 50%, our fill meter is only going to be 50% full. And you want to make sure that you have this line of code after any time you make a change to your current health. And so right here, I'm adding value to my current health, and I'm also adding value to my max health. And so right after these 2 lines of code, I want to paste in that line of code there. Now if I were to do a control find on our health bar.fillAmount, you can see that anytime I'm changing my current health, I've also included this line of code. And I'm also doing this same line of code for all my other health bars. And so here I have my health bar 2, and as you can see, it's the same logic. I also have my shield bar right here, and I have my shield bar 2 right here. Now going back to our variables, it's very important that we have an image variable because without this variable, we can't access the .fill amount. And then it's very important that we have two int variables or two float variables, and one of them will represent your current health and one of them will represent your max health. It's not sufficient enough to just have one current health variable. You also need that max health variable so that you can get the correct percentage. Now with all of this code, we then need to save our script and go back to Unity for one more thing. Inside Unity, I'm going to make sure I have my player avatar selected, and right here I have my avatar controller script, and right here you can see we have our three variables. I have my max health, my current health, and my health bar. You want to make sure that you set your int variables to the starting values, and then you need to make sure that you drag in the UI image component for your health bar. And so I have my health bar and my shield bar, which are set in the inspector. For my health bar 2 and my shield bar 2, those images actually belong to my scene, which are my vertical health bars, and so I can't manually set these into a prefab. And so I actually have to go and find those values to set these variables. But once you have it all set up in the inspector, we can then test our game again. So once I've connected to the Photon server, I'll click launch. And this will load us into our multiplayer scene in which I can fly around and see if there's any asteroids for me to run into. And there's one right there. And as I incur damage, you can see that it updates my health bar on both my radial health bar and my linear health bar. I then also have my shields, which has a shield decay, which subtracts time.delta time from my current shield value, and then it updates the fill amount of my shield health bar. And I've also added a cool feature: when I reach 0, it then deactivates my shields, and I have to wait like 5 seconds before my shields start recharging again. So as you can see, fill meters are very important and can be used in a number of different ways. And that's everything that we're going to cover in this lesson on how to create a fill meter and how to update it using code. If you enjoyed this lesson, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below or join our Discord server. And finally, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you can be up to date on all our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.